a star icon. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and today I'm going to my German lesson. And in my German lesson, it is freezing because the room in there has basically no radiator, so we all practically freeze to death in there. So that is the main reasoning behind this beautiful outfit, which is this sweatshirt, and there is a shirt underneath this, and it's a flannel pattern. If I just, that's it. That's the shirt. It's beautiful. It will keep me nice and toasty because the shirt underneath is really warm and this is extra warm. So hopefully I will not die of hypothermia. That's the thought process. So I'm going to skedaddle to my lesson and then probably give some food reviews on the way because I like to eat before my lessons because the food in town is really good and I finally have the funds to sustain a lifestyle of pure gluttony. So my decision-making skills are impeccable. It's very good at all things. So I'm going to train towards the so that will cut a lot of time for walking, which could get me drenched. I'm probably going to get drenched anyway, but I'll be less drenched. Okay, update. It's no longer raining, so I'm safe for now. And I've arrived to my destination where I want to eat because I am starving. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Sustenance has been acquired, so I got this tofu and dumpling noodle box, and I have had the chicken one before, but I wanted to try the tofu one because meatless, I like to eat slightly less meat. There's like tofu, edamame beans, carrots, beans. It's very good. So I will give it a taste and give my review. I said I would give a review, and give review I will. So basically it was really tasty. That's the main thing. It was really tasty and it looked delicious, it tasted delicious. The tofu was very nice. The dumplings were also very nice. They kind of tasted like spring rolls, but obviously they were softer than a spring roll, but they had a similar filling. That's what I mean. And the veggies that were in it, also very tasty. There was some bean sprouts. There was also mange too, which were actually the beans that I said there were. Slight mistake, but you know, easy done. So yeah, overall I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It would be a 10 if it weren't for the broccoli that was in it. Now, I have nothing against broccoli, it's just not my thing. I'm not a huge fan of broccoli. I wouldn't really personally put it in a meal. So that's kind of the only reason, but besides that, it was very tasty, very filling, kept me going throughout my class, which is what you want. And speaking of which, my class was really good. The way it's kind of structured is that it's 3 hours long, so it's quite a long little thing. I was kind of used to hour-long classes at school, but my Spanish classes now are also 3 hours long, so it wasn't too much of a transition. The standard in my German class, though, is kind of higher than it is in my Spanish class, which is both kind of nice and also a little bit intimidating, because there are people who do have, like, German families, so obviously their speech is better, so you know what? It's kind of part of it. Of course, there's gotta be people who are better at German. So, you know, I'm not too fussed about that. It's just slightly intimidating, you know? But besides from that, it's good. If you're wondering, I'm playing with this. But yeah, it's a good class. Would recommend. It is pretty pricey. Because for members of the public, you have to pay like 500 quid for the entire year. It's not just one like chunk of lessons or anything. I mean, technically it is one chunk of lessons, it's just a very big chunk of lessons, but it's a good lesson and it is definitely worth it from what I can gather so far. And the university that it's at is really nice. Would I study there? I have applied there, but the main issue that I have with going there, if I do get in, is the fact that it's kind of hard to actually travel to and from there and still feel like I'm a student there, because I feel like I'd be too distracted by the fact that I have to go to and from home, because living at home would be cheaper. So there's always that. Because with my first choice, it is a campus uni, so that kind of makes me a bit biased for one. You know, when your first choice is a campus and the one that you're currently doing classes at is a city uni, there's a bit of a difference, but I quite like campus unis, they're nice, and it just feels more right for me, just by the course and by the general kind of thing going on. And if you're wondering what mystical courses I'm probably going to do, I'm applying for modern languages or German and Spanish. I'm applying for modern languages where possible because that allows extra language study, which I like, because I want to do multiple languages because I'm such a nerd for words, especially in other languages. So it's a big freaking win-win. So I think my content here in general will probably be about that. It won't be like, you know, oh, want to learn about the subjunctive in Spanish and German, because that would be boring. But, you know, add some humour to my wonderful adventures that I have throughout this wonderful gap year that I'm having. Honestly, though, it's a really good gap year that I'm having so far, because I've got my lessons and then I've got my driving lessons, because I'm learning to drive so I can move myself about without killing people. I mean, I don't kill people normally while walking or getting the train, that's weird. My point being, I'll actually be able to drive safely, just in case there was any confusion, in case there was any confusion. It's been a long day, I'm tired, so yeah. And then I've also got a job, so that's pretty epic. My gap year is jam-packed, to say the least. Because, I mean, even this week, I've had to go into work on Monday, I'm going in tomorrow, then I'm going on Saturday, and then the Sunday, which is when I'm normally contracted to work. I only do Sundays, technically speaking, but because I'm a SWAT, I ask for extra hours, also because I just want to know what I'm doing as quickly as possible. And also because I need coin. I always need more. I'm a glutton in both the food sense and the money sense, I realised. Or is that greed? Look, I don't know my 7 deadly sins. I'm not religious. I mean, I technically am. I'm a Buddhist, but my point being, I don't believe in the 7 deadly sins. Instead, I believe in the Eightfold Path and the other thing. I know how to religion. Kill me. I mean, don't. I don't really want to be killed right now. I'm too busy playing with my washi tape that I don't even use. And it landed perfectly, like, on its side, which was very satisfying. Anyway, I need to skedoodle. I will see you whenever I see you, probably, hopefully, soon, because, you know what? I just want to create content and document my life right now, because it's going swimmingly, and I think sharing it would be fun. That's my main motivation for this whole channel, because my other one, Brimful of Whisper, was only really art focused and I didn't feel as free with it, and also I kind of gave up on it. So, you know, just changing the overall format is quite nice, because I don't want to restrict it to just art, because I love art, but I don't want to restrict all my content to just be art. That's for my art account, which you should follow if you're not following it already. So go and follow Brimful Whisper on Instagram. And if you want to see occasional updates of me doing whatever on Instagram, also go on Ellie's Obscure Voyage, because it's a JoJo reference, and who doesn't like JoJo references? I don't even watch JoJo, so like I don't. It's just for the meme, honestly. That's my main motivation. My main motivation for this is also for the meme, if you're wondering, because why not, you know? Anyway, catch you later. Have fun. Be safe. Don't die. But if you do, RIP. That's a weird intro and a half. But anyway, later.